the top reasons why wedding photographers do not succeed, and the 6 types of entrepreneurs. Which one are you? Hey guys, Jordan Correces here, co-founder of the WLMA. If you don't know who we are a team of 6-figure wedding photographers. We have almost 1,000 students, and we've helped a ton of them scale to deep 6-figure goals in their business. And we've had the opportunity to teach literally thousands of wedding photographers, whether they've been, one of our 750 students, or even just the thousands of wedding photographers who have in the past scheduled our complimentary marketing strategy sessions with us. And through coaching and talking to all these wedding photographers with different backgrounds and different problems in their business, I've been able to see the main destructive habits that takes out the newbies and the veterans in the game. The main destructive habits that leads most of these wedding photographers to fail over and over again. Not just not having the strategies they need to scale, but even just destructive habits that they have. But even if they did have the right strategies, these habits keep them from growing and taking their business to where they want it to be. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 destructive habits. And I want you to pay attention to each habit and decide which one might be you. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to share with you the type of person who we see repeatedly succeed and hit those 6-figure goals. So let's begin. The first one I wanted to go over is what I call the stubborn veteran. Now, the stubborn veteran, this is often the wedding photographer who has maybe been photographing weddings and in the business for 20, 30 years. Very often, they may have had a successful business in the past before. I talk with these wedding photographers all the time, and they're like, oh, I used to have a 6-figure business, 20 years ago, but now I'm basically starting from scratch. The issue with this type of wedding photographer is because they've been in the game for so long, they are ingrained in their ways. They have a very specific way they want to do things, and they don't want to change that. They have a specific way that they've grown their business, and they don't want to change and adapt to the way that things have to be done now. So even if you teach them the right strategies, they're not willing to change and put in the work to adapt to that. And let's say they are willing to change and adapt. Even then, they may have some deeply ingrained bad habits with the way that they run their business that continues to plateau where they are currently at. So I call this person the stubborn veteran. The next one I want to go over is what I call red light, green light. I even come across many students like this that are currently in our program, where they're excited, they have great work, they're ready to get things done. They work really hard in the beginning, and some of them actually get really great results in the beginning. We've had students where they book weddings, their first week in the program, or maybe they've been in the program, for a month, and they're already hitting $20,000 months. So I also call this person the sprinter. But suddenly, after working hard in the beginning, after getting even like a lot of results in the beginning, hitting those $20,000 months, suddenly they just disappear and stop. For whatever the reason they come across, they just disappear and stop what they're doing. Sometimes they just totally disappear from, the wedding photography industry. Sometimes they just disappear from doing the strategies that we're teaching, even after getting amazing results from it. Once in a while, they know that they've stopped and they just kind of have fallen off the bandwagon, and they'll reach out to me maybe a year or 2 later, and they'll say, hey, I know I fell off the bandwagon. I really want to jump in and start again and get my business growing again. And after building that momentum, a year or 2 ago, it's like they're just starting and building their business from scratch all over again. And most of the time, these people who I see have the red light, green light habit, very often I see these types of people lack long-term consistent discipline. They were excited with all the results they got in the beginning. As soon as things slowed down a little bit, they just disappeared. So I call this type of entrepreneur red light, green light. Is that you? The third one I want to go over is what I call the panic marketer. Now, I always see who the panic marketers are, usually in January and February, after December, when this is the time where they should be booking weddings, and they're like, oh crap, I'm definitely not getting as many inquiries as I should be. I have not booked as many weddings as I thought I should have for the rest of the year. And this is when they start to panic and they reach out to me. And the panic marketer, this type of person only markets when traffic is slow, or they only go out there and learn what they need to learn when things are going bad. And they stop marketing and they stop learning when things are going well. And this is such a bad habit, because in order to build a really successful wedding photography business, you need to always keep your pipeline full, meaning you're always having newly engaged couples finding out about you. And in order to keep your pipeline full, even in the slower seasons, it means you need to continue marketing even when things seem to be going great. And it's because they only market when things are going slow. These types of people always create a pattern of ups and downs in their business. And they never really experience healthy, consistent growth in their business. It's always up and down. So this is the panic marketer. Don't be that. This fourth one I wanted to go over. This is one I've talked about so many times in my videos, and I call this shiny object syndrome. And this type of person is looking for a new strategy for every problem. Instead of, sitting down and mastering the most efficient strategy, problem solving that to get the most results out of it, as soon as something goes wrong in the business, they're already out there looking for the new thing that they think is going to fix the problem. So they're always looking for something new. They're not focused. And because they're not focused, this type of person also gets bored very easily. Even if just a strategy gets boring for them to implement, even if it's working, they'll look for something new. And this type of person is also easily swayed by others. When this type of entrepreneur runs across an issue in their business, instead of problem solving the current strategy that they're doing that has potential to become the most powerful strategy, they may talk to someone about what issue they're going across in their business. That other person who does not know what they're talking about gives them some bad advice, and they just go with it because it's new, because it's shiny. And the person who has shiny object syndrome in their business often looks like this squiggly object on the left. It's chaotic. They're focused on so many things, and because they're focused on so many things, they're not really moving their business forward. When their business should look like the line on the left. It's straightforward, it's focused, it's on one or a few of the most efficient strategies, so they can build a compound effect. They can build that snowball effect to grow their business to where they envision it. So I see shiny object syndrome happening a lot with most entrepreneurs. So is this you? You decide. And then the fifth one I wanted to talk about was what we call the wantrapreneur. And so this is a wedding photographer. They may have great work, and they love the idea of becoming an entrepreneur and the freedom that they can create with a successful business. So they're often excited and quick to start when it comes to their business and learning. And this type of person is also very passionate. They may be a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk of what they want to achieve and what they can achieve if they have a positive mindset. But the wantrapreneur, despite their passion and excitement, is also very naive to how much work is necessary to actually succeed. No matter how powerful of the strategies that you're using in your business, building a business to your dream vision in general is a lot of work. And because the wantrapreneur is naive of that, when they finally come across the hard work that is necessary in their business, very often they give up. And I see this happen a lot with new wedding photographers in the industry. They give up as soon as the going gets tough. So of these 5, which one are you? Are you the stubborn veteran? You've been in the game for longer than most, but because of that, you are very resistant to change and adapting. You're ingrained in your ways. You may have very bad habits that keep your business from growing. Are you the red light, green light, also known as maybe the sprinter? You work hard in the beginning. Maybe you get really fast results. As soon as it gets boring, or as soon as it gets hard, or whatever happens in your life, you just stop and disappear. Maybe you come back 6 months to a year later, but because you lack that long-term consistent discipline, you never build that long-term consistent compound effect that can get you to those deep 6-figure levels. Are you the panic marketer, where you stop marketing when things are going well in the business, and it's only when things are going slow, it's only when things are going bad that you decide that you need to learn something, that you decide that you need to start marketing. And because of that, you are always going through ups and downs in the business. You never really experience healthy, consistent growth. Do you have shiny object syndrome? You're always hopping on whatever the new shiny object strategy is. You never sit down to master that one most efficient strategy. You lack focus. Your business is chaotic and you're always looking for something new. Does your business look like these squiggly lines, or does it look like you're mastering a straightforward process? Or are you the entrepreneur? You're excited about the idea of being an entrepreneur. You're passionate. You want to achieve great things, but you are naive to how much work it actually takes. So as soon as things get tough, you quit. Now you might be thinking, now Jordan, you've gone through these 5 types of destructive habits that you often come across when it comes to working with wedding photographers and entrepreneurs. What is the type of person that you always see succeed? I call this person the marathon runner. So the marathon runner, they are laser focused. They know exactly what they need to learn to get to their vision. And as soon as they learn it, they are laser focused on that mission until they succeed. They don't have shiny object syndrome. They are patient and paced. They understand the work that is necessary to build a successful business. So they are patient. And because they realize that this is a long-term game, they are paced with their emotional energy that they give out. They're not sprinting, they are in here for the long haul. And that takes discipline. They don't always need inspiration and motivation because this type of person has a deeply ingrained vision. They're able to bring in that discipline for the long game to reach their goals. This type of person, because they're disciplined, also avoids instant gratification. This is why the red light, green light, and the sprinter gets quick success but then falls off because they desire instant gratification. But the marathon runner is looking for victory at the end of this long-term race. And they understand that success does not come from instant gratification. And because they don't rely on instant gratification, they can handle the boring stuff. Being creatives, learning more of these analytical strategies can sometimes come across as very, very boring. But they're disciplined, they don't need instant gratification, so they can go in and learn the boring stuff necessary to succeed. This type of person is also a problem solver. They pay attention to the variables in their business, what is wrong in their business, and are able to pinpoint what is wrong to specific variables. And the better you are at problem solving, the better of an entrepreneur you will be. So for example, you can problem solve where the exact issue might be in your marketing funnel and then problem solve the solution for that particular thing. So you're fixing the problem in your funnel, you're not getting shiny object syndrome, totally getting rid of what's actually working just for the shiny object. And you're keeping the main thing the main thing. Instead of having shiny object syndrome, you know what is the most powerful and efficient strategy, and you are focused on that, mastering that, and using that to build a compound effect in your business. The marathon runner. This is the type of entrepreneur that you want to be. So going back to this, the 6 types of entrepreneurs and habits. Which entrepreneur are you? Are you the stubborn veteran? Do you have the red light, green light habit? Are you a panic marketer? Do you have shiny object syndrome? Are you the wantrepreneur? Or are you the marathon runner? And if you're not the marathon runner, figure out what you can do so you can become that person. Because it is those entrepreneurs and wedding photographers that have the marathon runner characteristic that we see hit those amazing, deep 6-figure goals. So for example, like one of our students in the WLMA program, Hunter Cottrell, we just got him to hit 6 figures. So the post on the left over here, he was having a slow September. Then he recently just booked a $4,600 wedding. He was saying, stay true to yourself. Don't get hung up on pricing. Follow what is being taught in the course. Put in the work and change your life. He was 4 weddings away from hitting 6 figures. Recently, he just hit 6 figures in his business, $110,000, $400,000 a year. And we did a really awesome student interview with him. And here is a photo of him. He's in the very back during our WLMA retreat when we handed out awards to a lot of our students. And we gave him his 6-figure award. Not all of our students could be there. There's a lot more who got awards that couldn't make it to our event. But here's a group shot of those who were able to make it. One of them, Hunter, in the back over here. So, do you want to learn how we've helped wedding photographers break, the deep 6 figures? If you want to learn more, I want to invite you to go to www.wlma.co. You will be led to our official website, and you can go over here and click to watch a free workshop where we'll teach you how we build these 6-figure funnels. If our workshop is under construction, just change this co on the top to club. Now, if you really want to take things to the next level this year, on the same page, go over on the testimonials page right over here and scroll down to the very bottom of all these testimonials. And you can actually have a chance to schedule a free complimentary coaching call with us on Zoom. So you can go over here, pick a time that works best for you. And in this free coaching call, we're going to diagnose your business, audit your website and your portfolio to see how much you can potentially charge, build the fastest roadmap to your goals, and ultimately see if we're a good fit to work together in the WLMA. And if it's not a good fit, totally cool. You'll still find a ton of value in this coaching call with us. Anyways, guys, hoped you loved this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you see a type of entrepreneur, whether if it's good or bad, that I missed, that you feel like I missed, feel free to comment it in the comments below. I hope most of you become that marathon runner entrepreneur, and I'll see you guys in our training or that free coaching call.